You know, the thing is, I just had uploaded a video, and I got to do this one right here as a follow-up, as I promised to my subs. But I had did a live stream earlier, but for some reason, connection where I was at got kind of wonky since I got outside, so I apologize on that. The next one's gonna be coming up tomorrow. So, but this whole thing, I rested for a while and slept and took a nap before I did my live stream. And I just couldn't stop thinking about this asinine ass nigger, Ray Lewis, you know, for the shit that he pulling. He cannot keep Colin Kaepernick's name out his mouth or on his mind. And shout out to BO Nano 9263, man, for notifying me on this too. And also shout out to TMZ Sports. Now, you know, I don't even like Harvey Rubin, racist ass, but the thing is like this. I want y'all to go ahead and see this video that he said that Ray Lewis, once again, he is stooping to a whole new low by getting out here and trashing Colin Kaepernick. Let me play it.
How crazy is I'm just leaving set at Fox and got all of these texts and stuff about all of this Colin Kaepernick stuff and all this stuff. Let me explain something to you guys, alright? I'm going to be very simple with this. While a bunch of people are talking about this man, Cap, let me tell you something, brother. I pray for you more than you ever can imagine. Alright? Your name is in my Bible. That God gives you the vision that you did. I applaud you for the things that you stood up for. My brother, everybody else can speak for you, but until you speak for yourself and demand what you want to do in life, it's totally on you. But it's almost crazy that you see people always trying to respond. Let me tell you something, my man. I've made mistakes in my life, but I promise you, if you look at my track record, the mistakes I've made, I've never repeated twice. You understand? And so what I want to tell you is, from man to man, brother, I ain't got nothing against you. I wish you the best in life. I hope you chase whatever God got for you to chase, all right? And once again, I applaud what you stood up for, because I'm in the streets every day. So while people talking about what this and why Ray said this, why Ray said that, Ray ain't saying nothing. And if people really want to help you, if they really want to help you, man, they'll pray for you, brother. Alright, they'll lead you the right way and stop encouraging you to be caught up in some of this nonsense. The battles you fighting, brother, people way before us been fighting these for many, many, many years. And that's why I take each and every one of these kids, and that's why I take them away from their environments and give them something else to see in life. And that's why I played the way I played. The football field is our sanctuary. If you do nothing else, young man, get back on the football field and let your play speak for itself. And what you do off the field, don't let too many people know, because they're going to judge you anyway, no matter what you do, no matter if it's good or bad. Alright? Cap, be good, take care of yourself, brother for life. A lot of people talking for you, a lot of people got your back. Take care of yourself. Peace.
Alright. That there was a whole bunch of horse shit, if I ever heard it in my life. And I just want to touch on something real quick. And just come out there. What Ray Lewis just said and did was very, not only asinine, but very disingenuous. He talks about saying that he keep capping his name in the Bible. If I was Colin Kaepernick, I would tell your fuck ass, you know, Kirstine, one of my subs was telling me I don't need to get upset about when this motherfucker get on here. But as I told him, I'm here in South Florida. As I told Town, I'm here in South Florida. It's a lot of stories we could tell y'all about Ray Lewis. And I'm going to tell you something. A lot of them negatives totally outweigh the positives. Okay? I done seen drug dealers do more for the community than this piece of garbage. Okay? Ray Lewis has stooped to a new low in buck dancing 101. You know, More of these caper tricks. Excuse me. More of these damn caper tricks. That's what the hell you got going on right here. You know, and on top of that, you know, talking about saying that he praying for you. And you know, Colin, I hope, you know, if he does come across this video or not on YouTube or whatever, or Twitter or whatever, so be it. You know, this man is a fraud. He's nothing more than just a self-centered, narcissistic, womanizing charlatan, and he's very disingenuous. He's been jealous of Colin Kaepernick since 2012, since the Niners almost beat his beloved Ravens in the Super Bowl in New Orleans. And you know, the thing that still bothered me, why the hell does the Ravens owner Steve Bitch Scotty got to come to him for advice about, should we sign Colin Kaepernick or nothing like that? I kind of like the way he went from sitting down to taking a knee and all that. Steve Bitch Scotty is a white supremacist, and Ray Lewis is their #1 lapdog. You know, straight up lapdog. Because after Shannon Sharp ate your ass up and ripped a new asshole in you and shit, Ray didn't know what to do. You know, please, you know, this ain't nothing. He reminds me so much of these old fake ass preachers that's in the hood all the time. You know, they get all the money passing around the collection plate because they say a few little fancy ass words of a sermon and stuff in $1,000 suits and pull up in a Bentley or Escalade or whatever like that. You know, which is one of the reasons I don't really do the church no way like that. And this is probably because of why. Ray ain't fooling nobody. See, he trying to use his Fox connections and stuff like that to try to go ahead like this. I said this to like this, you know, shout out to Dan Tanner and BO9263 and 1LVZ, aka LVZ Ness. You know, like I say, that Legion of Coons video is coming up. I already just showed you the template on the live stream and stuff. I got my boy working on it for me and stuff. You know, it's coming. It's coming. But the thing is, like with Ray Lewis, I swear, you know, Ticket Town, I mean, look, you ain't got to worry about it. I'm a lot closer here than what you think. I can show you exactly where Ray Lewis is at in Boca Raton. Ray Lewis never came to the hood. You know, I'm saying like that. You know, he ain't really never come to the hood. He ain't never come there. He stay his ass right up there in Boca Raton and up there in Lakeland. And like I said, to the city of Lakeland, Florida. Lakeland, y'all fucked up with this one. I doubt they don't even want him back. You know, I mean, even my contacts down there at even say Ray Lewis is an asshole. I never got that from Michael Irvin. I've never gotten that from Jerome Brown. May he rise in power, man. You know, I miss JB a lot. I never got that from Melvin. I never got that from Melvin Bratton or Brett Perriman. All the other UMOs out, in case y'all don't know what I'm talking about, y'all can watch that 30 for 30 special, the first one, on Netflix. You know, my city, my home, my squad at the time. Ray Lewis ain't shit, man. He ain't shit. Now I wonder what Ed Reed and Willis McGahee, I wonder what they think about this. You know, I wonder what Terrell Suggs even thinks about this. That this nigga out here cooning and buck dancing. By the way, Terrell Suggs, who still play for the Ravens, he's one of the main people that want Colin Kaepernick to come now. Even Joe Flacco even said it. Joe Flacco even said that he don't mind having Colin Kaepernick there because he'd be a perfect backup. Y'all said it yourself. Joe Cool got a bad back. His back go out, which is going to be guaranteed. If he get hit with a helmet, he's out of there. Shoot. Because if anybody watched last season, Brother Goodman-Ill and Town Biz had said it, and I'm going to say it again. Last year, the 49ers was on TV more than any other team on there. Even on TV more than the Patriots. And they won the Super Bowl. But the 49ers was on TV the most, and they had the worst record. Case in point, that was all economics. Because, see, people wanted to tune in to see, oh, is he going to stand up for the anthem? Is he going to take he ain't going to take a knee no more, whatever. The point is, 49ers made their money off of what Colin Kaepernick was trying to bring awareness to. And that's police brutality. And this is another thing that pissed me off with this motherfucker here. You know, every time when it comes down to police brutality, Ray Lewis always turns it around and he starts bringing in that, well, what about black on black crime? Look, I said this once, I say it again. Ain't no such thing as black on black crime. Black on black crime is a myth. Crime is crime, period. But since y'all want to go there, because I know these old fuck ass trolls who ain't nothing but crackers in blackface, any Peckerwoods in blackface, that's probably Ray Lewis supporters anyway, aka Trump supporters. You know, let's just go to take a little trip, y'all, shall we? I always kept this around. Now, to the LDBC, Touring Rain, Irv Griffin, Prince GMO, you know, Phil had put me up on this, and I said, let me go and check it out, investigate myself. What you looking at here is the 20. I used this on my White Thugs Friday thing, and I'm gonna still jump back on that too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna revamp that. This is the 2015 Federal Bureau of Investigation Crime in the United States. Hold on one second. Let me just see. It's a phone call. Hold on. Okay. This is the crime United States crime table. Table 43. Now you can see, you look right here, by arrest by race and ethnicity. Now this is table 43A, which is basically what you got is total arrest by race and percent distribution. Now when it comes down to the usual stuff with murder, non-negligent manslaughter, okay. Now, okay, black African Americans are 51.1%. But look at this. When it comes down to whites, they're not too far behind with that. You know, that's that white on white crime shit. You know, that they don't steady talk about it. Last time it was at 40s, like 50 something. It's going down, but now it's kind of climbed right back up. Now when it comes to the other stuff, like with rape, robbery, aggravated rape or robbery, well, you see like that, black lead 53.5%. But look at this. You know, the Caucasian terrorists ain't too far behind when it comes to that either. But rape, man, they lead in that 68%. Okay? Aggravated assault, shoot. Burglary, look at it for yourself. I'm going to leave a link in the description for y'all so y'all can look at it for yourself. Okay? Larceny, theft, motor theft vehicle, look at it too. Arson. Now you know damn well ain't no black folks going to go around here and commit no type of arson or nothing like that. White folks, crackers leading that 73.2%. Okay? Violent crimes. Ooh, here's a good one. And that's related to arson, violent or property crimes, meaning setting the building on fire or a house or something like that. Other assaults. Let's just go right down to it because we ain't done. We ain't done. Forgery, counterfeiting, whites once again leading 60.46%, black people 33%. Fraud, 66.6%. Embezzlement, 60.6%. Now you got stolen property like buying, receiving, possessing, offensing. Look who leading that. Vandalism, weapon carrying, possession, 57.7%. Because shit, right now, shit, remember that guy I told y'all about who came to New York to kill a black person? He had a fucking samurai sword. Perfect example. Okay. Prostitution and commercialized vice. Yeah, whites lead in that. Sex offenses, whopping 73.1% compared to 23.1%. That means like the pedophilia runs amok in this right here. You know, you got them going messing around with little teenage 12, 14-year-old girls and stuff. You know. Now here's a favorite one. Taurine will love this one, and this proofly confirms his point as well as mine. When it comes to drug abuse, whites lead 70.7% compared to blacks to 27%. That includes crystal meth, heroin, and the opioid epidemic. Okay, you know that's that. When white people do drugs, they do it hard, as Professor Black Truth would say. Now gambling, black people leading that 56.4% compared to that. So I'm gonna leave the link in the description for it, because see, you can see it's a table 43B for arrests under 18. You know, these are like adolescents. You know, and look who leading that. And then they got the C, which is 18 and over. And look who leading that. Now I come down to the bottom. Say it like this. Look here. In 2015, and still going on today, 69.7% of all individuals arrested were white. 26.6% were black or African American. 3.6% were of other races. Okay, you'll see all that right there. But now let's go back up to the top for a second. So, Mr. Ray Lewis, let me ask you something. Now, you probably might want to use this as your little go-to for your little so-called what about black on black crime. Let me explain something to you. Who created the situation for this to happen? Crime is crime, period. You got crime in the white communities, you got crime in the Latin communities, you got crime in the Asian communities or Pacific Islanders, and you even got crime in the so-called Native American communities. Fuck out of here. Come on, man. You know, you come with that bullshit talking about saying about the 300 murders that happened in Baltimore. He always using that as his jump board, as a springboard. Either it's Baltimore, Detroit, and here's the biggie, Chicago. Okay? I'm surprised he didn't use Miami. I'm surprised he didn't use Los Angeles, Houston, Dallas, New York, Cleveland, Atlanta, Charlotte, Kansas City, Indianapolis. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Ray Lewis. You dumb fuck. As Shannon Sharp say, and I'm gonna reiterate what he said. When Pookie go ahead and shoot and kill O-Dog, shoot, what happens to Pookie? Pookie gonna go to jail. Police gonna find him, they gonna shoot him in jail. But see, when you got one of these stormtroopers, one of these race cowards who pretending to be cops, goes ahead and shoot an unarmed black person, law-biting or whatever, unarmed black man, woman, or child, as in the case with Tamir Rice or Michael Brown, what happened to that cop? He gonna get paid time leave and he won't get charged. Next thing you know, he's back on the force. Just like what happened with Philando Castile. Just like what happened with Alton Sterling. You know, Philando Castile, which the motherfucking NRA remained silent on. And it's but they got their own version of Ray Lewis for them, and his name is Coleon Noir. He's a coon, straight up. Yeah, who fronting under the title of urban gun enthusiast. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So let me tell you something. The reason situations are like that, because the fact of the matter, when you create a situation where there's a lack of resources, like lack of jobs, lack of education, and lack of this, I'm saying, you create famine, you create hunger. And people gonna end up becoming criminals. Unfortunately, they're gonna do criminal acts. They don't become criminals. They gonna do criminal acts. Meaning they gotta resort to something and give in to their lower nature, unfortunately, to go ahead and do what they need to do to try to survive. Okay? Ray Lewis, you weren't down here in my home area, in my hometown here in Miami, okay? In Liberty City. You weren't down here doing the cocaine cowboy wars. You know, some cats who had to go ahead and had to do what they had to do, flip birds or whatever. Shoot, you think they want to be standing on those street corners back then to go ahead and do those things? No, they had to do what they had to do to get survived, because of the lack of those things that was supposed to be in place were not there. So as Shannon Sharp said, and he's absolutely hit the nail on the fucking head, how the hell are you gonna help me in a situation that you put me in? But see, Ray Lewis, that don't count to you. Because the fact of the matter, your fuck ass, you feel like, oh, you know, you beat a duck. Let me catch myself. Anybody that know me personally, or any of my sons that follow me, they know I get real fucking upset. And I'll tell you right now, if I see this nigga, I don't care if he is 250, bitch, I'm 6'2", 275 pounds solid muscle, and I hit like a fucking Sherman tank. I will break you. Ask the last clown that tried that. That's how bad I want to put hands on him. For him being a coon. But nah, you know what? It'll be too hard for me to even get to him, because the fact of the matter, he got his little security detail. That's who's sitting in the car with him right there, in case you ain't heard the voice, sitting right there or on the other side. Yeah. The point of the matter is this, that there's no such thing as black on black crime. What is, you know, that is a bullshit farce. After all, the Caucasian terrorists, the media, they came up with that term, black on black crime, black on black crime, black on black crime, and you coons just turned around and reinforced it. What about black on black crime? You, Larry Elder, Jesse Lee Peterson, Roland Martin, David Clark, Sheriff David Clark, Stephen A. Smith, Snitch, and some of the new coons on the block, Shaq, Barkley, Marcellus Wiley. You know, like I said, you know, Sage Steele. You know, the Legion of Coons, man, gathered together from remote states. A few of the worst Sambos that ever walked the streets of the United States of America. The Legion of Coons. And if that's the case, and Ray Lewis is Bizarro. This nigga here, he ain't a goddamn thing he can tell me. Ain't a goddamn thing that he can tell me. You know. Because that shit, what he's saying about Colin Kaepernick, oh, well, you know what I'm saying, I pray for you. He's saying, I ain't got nothing against you. And look at the tone where he said it at. I have nothing against you. That there, my friends, is a sign of jealousy. He is jealous of Colin Kaepernick. He's always had been since 2012. If I'm lying about it, then prove me wrong. Okay, I'm from Miami. We know the game. We know the game. You know, he said like he do this stuff like this for kids. I talk to my people in Baltimore all the time. You ain't did a damn thing for them. Just like when Shannon confronted you about with the Freddie Gray situation. You know, please. You know, but here you is going out here defending Massa bitch Scotty and stuff like that. It's not their fight. It is their fight. Because who comes to the M&T stadiums there to fill it up to watch y'all play? Who's on the field entertaining it? All these crackers that's talking about saying, if they get Kaepernick, we're not coming to the games. Y'all gonna come. Because there ain't nothing else. That's one of the few places in the world where you new niggas, crackers, can get rowdy. You know? And the NFL itself is hypocritical. You know, you have a policy in your CBA saying that nobody you know, you have a substance abuse policy. But y'all sell beers at the stadium. See how contradictory that sounds? And Ray Lewis is a walking contradiction. But now you trying to get out here once again trying to tell Colin Kaepernick that he need to shut up. Basically saying he need to shut up about the social injustice and stuff like that. Oh, but you could get out here and talk about saying how you taking kids to the barbecue and all this in Michigan and shit. And tell them how you showing them difference every day. And then turn around and say it on this video talking about saying that I love what you're doing. No, you don't. You know why? Another reason why Ray Lewis is jealous of Colin Kaepernick? Because you know in October, Colin Kaepernick was on the cover of Time magazine. Ray Lewis was mad that he couldn't even get that. Yeah, they're not going to go ahead and give it to a double murderer, as Wes Welker's girlfriend had said. Okay? And since we don't talking about your 300 murders in Baltimore and all this other stuff, you want to try to blame the people in these communities for the killings that's going on there. No, that's created by a system of white supremacy. Okay? That's created by a system of white supremacy, as I just went on there to explain. When you have a lack of resources, meaning lack of institutions that give you like a decent education, lack of jobs, lack of this, like you take Flint, Michigan. They've been without clean water since 2014. This is 2017, and just recently, a federal judge granted the residents of Flint, Michigan, a unanimous decision decided 3-0 by a jury that the residents of Flint, Michigan can sue the state. What about that, Ray? Draymond Green, he's from I don't want to bring Dre into this, but he's from Flint, Michigan. If Draymond Green doing a lot over there for them, Chris Webber is too. And guess what? They support Kaepernick. You know, I had a person on one of these social media platforms, you know, some old buck dancing Sambo. I'm not gonna mention his name because he ain't gonna get no promo off my channel. You know, talking about saying, you know, trashing Kaepernick like Ray Lewis doing, you know. And, you know, I basically ethered his behind too. You know, little moist little faggot. You know, but Ray Lewis, see, he's passionate about going ahead and defending his white daddy, which is Steve Biscotti, which is Roger No Goodell, which is all them other owners that help him beat his little murder trial by paying off everything, having them charges drop and stuff. That's what that's all about. You know. And yeah, he murdered 2 people. You know. And he just did what he just did right there. He just basically stabbed Colin Kaepernick in the back again. Talking about, well, I'm just going to tell it to you straight up, face to face, man to man. No, you haven't told him face to man to man, Ray. You's a bitch. You always will be a bitch. And as far as I'm concerned, period, effective, shoot, your pass here in Miami and Dade County has been totally revoked. Soft ass nigga. I'm not Trick Daddy, but well, I can make it happen. Because on behalf of the streets, man, you ain't even want it down here no more. Period. Colin Kaepernick done did a lot more than your sorry ass could ever do. All your little squirrel dances and this and that, shoot, ain't worth a crap to what this kid been doing. And it's something like what Jason Black has said, and this more prove it. Ray Lewis is 42 years old. 42, fam. Colin Kaepernick is 29. Remember we talked about the theory about you got these old niggas. Look, see the young bucks coming up as being, they see them as threats. See, Ray Lewis is type like him, Charles Barkley, Shaq, all these cats. You know, they see cats like Colin Kaepernick, who's only 29 years old. And yeah, throw Michael Vick in that on the coon train too. I call Michael Vick the Riddler. They see them as a threat, and they want to try to eliminate them by any way, by getting out here demoralizing them, saying, you know, fronting like, you concerned, you sincere. But truth in the matter is, you jealous and you disingenuous. You know. So like I say, if I was Colin Kaepernick, I wouldn't even be acknowledging what this motherfucker say. He's been jealous of you since 2012, since y'all played in the Super Bowl and y'all been missing. And you know, that's what the whole thing boiled down to. And even on social media, I read some comments with some of these old dumbass niggas getting out here saying, oh, well, Colin Kaepernick is just only protesting because he was hurt. He just wanted to try to get attention. That's the only reason why he wants to do that and stuff like that. No, Colin Kaepernick been talked about social injustices for the longest, since 2013. People don't seem to understand that. At that time, he was deciding on whether he should do it or didn't do it. He didn't do it at that time, but that doesn't mean it wasn't in the back of his mind. So he been playing this, you know. Ray Lewis just basically makes me sick. He in the eyes of the victims that he killed or helped kill, and he covered up, you know, you ain't shit. You never was shit, you never be shit. I never liked this dude. One of them who said that was a friend of mine's. You know, he could stay his ass up in Nashville for all I care. I told him I never looked it up to him like that. Fuck Ray Lewis, man. Just don't even go there with that bullshit. I said like that. And him going up there to go see Tangerine, see the orangutan at his Jungle Book Tower, was enough right there to prove that shows you what Ray Lewis is about. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and get up on out of here because I gotta get started the series and stuff. So therefore, as far as Ray Lewis, he could eat a dick and kick rocks.